Okay, so this session is about how to contribute on your daily job. I'm obviously not Montaña Franco, but I want to give her some credit. She's not coming because she's feeling a bit sick, but she has prepared the slides and everything. She works for Abril in the European Committee on Brussels, and that's her Twitter. But I am David Hernandez. That's my Twitter account. I work for Front ID, a kind of local company. Well, we are going to start. Just if you have any question, just stop me at any time. I will try to help. And this is what we are going to do. First, we will review how can we improve our profile in Drupal.org to start contributing. And then we will see a couple examples of contribution. And then we will take questions about the topic. If anyone has contributed before, probably will not learn anything new. But still, I think maybe there are a couple hints or advices that you may find useful. So your profile in Drupal.org. It's very important to have your profile updated. And that contains information for the rest of the community, but not only for the rest of the community, but for yourself also, and for potential recruiters. And that's something that the other people you are working with can know a little bit more about yourself and what do you do, how do you work, and so on. And there are a few useful things you can configure in your profile, like your subscriptions and newsletters that Drupal.org sends, contributions you have done, the organization you belong, and your dashboard probably is the most important tool of all. The subscriptions is something you can find on your profile form. Just log in and go to edit a profile. There are a lot of tabs. This one is in the first tab, and at the end is the different subscriptions you have. It looks like this. Okay, like there is a weekly newsletter, association news, DrupalCon news, more things. And there is also a tab that is called My Newsletters that right now only has one checkbox that is for security announcements. That's really, really important because you will hear super quick when a new vulnerability has been fixed on a Drupal module or core. It's the only one that is remaining on the newsletters tab. This page is deprecated and will be removed soon and will be moved to the first tab on the account profile, but still there. So I think the other ones are less important, and please check this one. If not, you will be hacked again. So contributions. This is also on the first tab of your profile form. There are 3 horizontal tabs. On the Drupal one, you can. There is a list of checkboxes where you can list the different contributions you have given to the project, to the Drupal.org project. Like I contributed patches, modules, themes, installation profiles. I contributed in the ACKiwi or contributed to Drupal.org, a lot of things. There is also a text area where you can explain a bit more what kind of contributions you do or things that there are not listed here. For example, I organize my local group or something like that. I give sessions on DrupalCamps. And also a very, very important field is my mentors, to list people who helped you to learn how to contribute. And it's a really nice way to say them, like, thanks for helping me. They will appear on your page. Also, you can find a mentor and see how many mentees has. So please fill it. Not with me, with Mon. Or and then there's your organization information, the work tab. Here is like where you have worked or what do you do. It's very important because it shows all the companies you have been, not only the current one you are. Also, you can add more industries you worked on. And that's it. The dashboard is a different page. It's when you log in, you can click on the dashboard. It's on the secondary links menu. This is where all your contributions, you can follow up all your contributions. This dashboard is configurable. You can customize it with moving blocks around, or like changing, adding, and so on. And it's really cool because here are the list of posts, and it tells you there has been a new post, or the summary has been updated, so you can easily follow up all the issues you have been working. Also, there is like, you can add the information about the Drupal project if you want, the list of the issues, the open issues to share, and so on. I will show you a little bit my dashboard. So as I said, you can access through your profile or from any page. It's here, the link. And as I said, you can configure the blocks, number of posts to show. You can add new blocks with things you are interested about, like news, planet. There are a lot of things. The projects you contribute on, you can remove them or you can just move them around. So I think it's a really good tool to follow, to help you follow up all your contributions, all your issues. So next, let's contribute with an example. So the title of this session is how to contribute in your daily job. It's not like you go to a sprint, what can you do? It's what can I do while working for my clients or for my boss? So you usually find a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, but from time to time, like a module that has a bug or something that doesn't work, and then you can fix it. Or you can find a fix that someone already did. So first, here is a module example. Before starting with that, what do we need to contribute to a module when we have found an issue? Git, obviously, because we need to download the development version of the module. The editor is a plugin for your browser. It helps you a lot when working on the EasyKiwi, like for reviewing patches, for creating comments, for creating like summaries, to quickly test if a patch works with simple test me. And there is also in this page really useful information, like who are the maintainers of the module, where is the EasyKiwi, with a lot of information, like how many new issues are created every 2 weeks, and the response time, how many bugs how many people are involved, and also the development information. Here you can find the link to browse the repository. You can find who is committing, what pending patches are there. So if we have an issue and there is no patch for this issue, what can we do? If there is no issue, we have first to create it. But if there is already an issue, and we want to fix it, that's what we do. First, we have to clone the project. The project is the module we are working on, the Drupal core, anything. All of them work the same. So we do git clone -- branch. The branch we are working on, if it's 8x, always the development version, the development version of the major version you are working on. If it's 8, it's 8.1x or 2x. If it's 7, it will be just 7x. And then the repository. That's, for example, an example to clone the paragraphs module. We create a branch to work on. What I usually recommend is to do this. Well, that part is not really necessary. Git checkout -b and the issue ID. So the issue ID is it appears on the URL of the issue. You will see it later. And it's a really cool, easy way to identify the issue you are working on and to switch to the correct branch if you are working on multiple issues. We make the required changes and then create a patch with this command. The original branch is this one here, and then we create the patch. The patch usually is a brief description of the issue. Usually, sometimes these people will also put the module name, then the issue ID, and the comment ID. We are going to see a demo now. So the demo was done by Mon. It's in Spanish, but I will translate it. There is no sound, it's fine. So it's for a patch on on high charts. So we go to the issue list. So this is some helps filters to find an issue, like the priority of the issue, the category, the status. The project status is needs work, needs review. Usually if there needs work, there is already a patch. If it's active, usually there is no patch. And the component, and so on. So this is how the issue summary, how the issue looks. So here is the branch where the issue is happening. So we use that information to clone the branch. And we first assign the issue to ourselves here on the filter. You only can do two things in this field: assign it to yourself or unassign it. You cannot assign it to someone else unless you have special privileges that we don't see. So we are going to get the repository of the module. And there is that there? Okay, I usually clone it from a different way. But in the module page, there is also a tab that says version control that you can select the version. And then clone. Well, she's accessing the folder where she has the module. She will download it there. I don't see anything. Yeah, and we just download the correct branch here using the version we saw on the issue, and then the repository. Yes, it's going to create the branch using the issue ID that you will find it here. That's the issue ID, and that's the ID we use. Yeah, she forgot that did checkout. No, that's actually not really necessary, usually, because when you are working, what I usually do is I work only in one branch for issue, and what I do is do a commit for each comment. So I can actually switch from comments to see the progress and to show the differences between each commit, each patch. So she's just doing some dummy changes, adding like a comment. Now with JIT status will show like a difference. Now she's going to create the patch. It's like JIT diff. She says the original branch, because if we do JIT diff, we will show the differences between for the last commit, and usually we have done previous changes, and then she uses the project name, then small descriptions like changing something, changing comment. Actually, I think it doesn't matter if you use underscores or just dash, normal dash. Then the issue ID and the comment ID. In this case, as is the first patch, and there were no more comments, the comment ID is 1. We'll see a difference later in a different module, in a different issue. So the file is now there. She's just reviewing the difference we have done. Then we go back to the Drupal.org page. We unassign the issue first. So the next person who will review it knows there is no one reviewing it. If you leave it as assigned to yourself, someone may think that you are actually reviewing it and will stop doing that. So you only assign it to yourself when you are writing the patch or if you are going to review it. But also it's important that you don't review your own patches, always someone else. And yeah, just adding a comment. explaining what we are doing. She changed the status to needs review, so people who is focused on reviewing might find it easily. So when you put an issue on needs review, what happens is there is a bot on Drupal.org that downloads the module, applies the patch, and starts the tests to see if something's broken or not. If nothing is broken, it will change a little bit. When you add a patch, there is some information above it, not down of it, and it will change the color from white to green. If the test fails, it will change to red, and it will change the status to needs work. That means you broke something, or you haven't fixed something. You still have work to do.
What type of tests are running during the board?
Drupal core has PHP unit, yeah, and it also has simple tests there is unit testing and functional testing. And to Drupal core has been added PhantomJS and Casper, I think, to run some like end-to-end tests and front-end tests. I think that's it. Also, there is Mink from Behat added, but there are no Behat tests actually. But still, you can create your own tests. The problem is the bot will not learn. Yep.
Is included in the module or not?
Yes. Usually the modules that have tests usually have a folder, there is a common structure for it, and it will actually, you put a dependency to the Drupal core testing platform, so the bot will know how to run it.
Maybe this, I don't know, if something is wrong, the test don't know there is an error.
Yes, of course. When that happens, usually, for example, in core, if you find a bug, they will ask you to put a patch with a test that prove that there is a bug, and then upload a new patch with the test and the fix. So we will see in just one quick review that there is something broken and that it is fixed now. Mm-hmm. So what happens if the issue already has a patch? The process is mostly the same. We do the same. We clone the repository. We create a branch with the issue ID. We download the previous patch and apply it. So it's vget from Drupal.org something, git apply. And then we do the required changes again and create the patch in the same way. But there is an extra step, that is creating the inner diff. The inner diff, it's a difference between your patch and the previous patch. That's to help people who is reviewing patches the process. For example, if there is a really, really big patch and I've been following the issue, I don't want to review all the patch again and again and again. So what I do is I review it once, I put my comment that needs to be fixed, and when a new patch is added, I review the inner diff to see if what I requested before has been fixed. And that's how we create the patches. You can do it like this, inner diff, all patch, new patch, and regenerate a new one. And we put the .txt extension so the bot doesn't apply this patch and throws errors because it will be obviously broken. But there is a different way. If you create, for example, a commit for each comment, like I said before, you can just say git diff previous commit, and it will create also the inner diff. It will work in the same way. Yep.
For the interdiff command, you need to install something, or because I haven't never used it.
I haven't used it neither. That's what Monric proposed. Maybe, I don't know.
I always use the git diff.
I usually use git diff because you always have git installed. Yeah. But I have no idea. Has anyone used it? No? I don't know then. We can ask Mon on the next camp or when she is alive. So there is also a demo for this. It will be mostly the same. But here we will see how we get the comment ID and so on, and how to create the interdiv. So as you can see here, a little bit back. Here you can see the status is already needs work and it's red. This means a patch has been provided and probably has failed, or there is a review that was up there. So we assign the issue to us and read carefully what we have to change to fix it. Because sometimes what I see that there is people who just see the comment and just do what the code copy says. Like I copy the code and put a little comment like, this is done, this is not correct, you have to change it. And the people change it quickly, but if you read the next line, this happens a lot of times, you have to change it everywhere. And there's a lot of people who doesn't do that because it's like, okay, that's an easy fix. And they forgot things. So again, she's taking the URL from there. Yep. No, maybe she's speaking. I don't know. Oop. I'm not sure if it's working properly or it's just jumping around. Anyways, she's doing the changes. Okay, let's skip that part. Here is where she creates the difference, the new patch. It's frozen. Okay, so she has created the patch. Now she's going to create the interdiv. As you can see, she uses the interdiv command with the old patch, the new patch, and the interdiv file. And then the same. Hopefully it will work. So here you just upload the patch, the full patch, the interdiv, change the status again to needs review, change the assignee to unassigned, and add some explanation of what you have done. And because sometimes you can just upload a patch that is not fully done, so you can change it to needs review to ask for some advices, and then put a comment saying, this is not fully done, I'm stuck with something like this, someone can help me. And usually the community will help you. I think that's it. Okay, so as we are working in our current project, for example, a job project, we usually have to keep track of all the issues we have applied. So for that, what we have been doing with it was usually DrupalCamp, because you can put the list of modules you are using, the patches you are applying, because if not, you will usually forget what patches have you applied, then upgrade a module and something will break. In Drupal 8, it seems that Composer is the way to go now instead of DrupalCamp, but Composer doesn't support patches by default. So there is a plugin called Composer patches that has this support. But if you are not using DrupalCamp or Composer, always, always, always keep track of your patches. There is people who create like a patches folder or a patches.txt file with all the list of patches. It's very important to do so. And that's it. Any question? Micro? There is another phone, microphone? Okay, so yeah, I will repeat it.
How can we use DrupalCamp to apply a patch?
Okay, let me show you. There is a make an example.
We used to add the path to the folder and just to have the documentation after to create a module or something like that. And I don't know.
Okay, so
it's actually better to always point to the patches on Drupal.org instead of saving them locally in your project. And the reason for this is because it forces you
to load the patches.
Publicize your patches. And this is two reasons. First of all, other people can benefit from your work. And secondly, it forces you to provide a proper generic fix, which is not a workaround for your project. So if you actually require people in your team to publicize their patches into Drupal.org, you make sure that the quality of the patch is better. It also helps because if you save your patches locally, it might not be clear if this has been sourced from Drupal.org. There might be an issue for this. There might be a newer patch that has a better fix or that is compatible with a new version of the module that you're using. So actually, if you put it online, it has a lot of...
Yeah, you mean give your patch to others to help improve the module?
Usually, it also helps you to have a lighter repository. You don't need to, if you are using DrupalCamp, usually it means that you are versioning all the country, all the core, because you use DrupalCamp to generate it. So your repository only contains like the custom code you work on. Yeah, that's how you add a patch to a module. For example, you are downloading the admin menu. It goes in the subdirectory custom, and then that's the patch. That's patch, and then the URL.
Then if you upgrade the module and this patch is already included, I don't know if
what you do. Okay, if you are using DrupalCamp, you usually say which version of the module you are downloading. Sure, there should be an example. Yeah, so for example, CTools 1.03. And you have added a patch here. When you upgrade the module, you don't download the new module. What you do is just change the 3 to 4. And if you see that there is a patch here, you just quickly copy the issue ID on the patch. Well, this one doesn't have the issue ID. Usually there is an issue ID. You copy it, go to the issue, see if it's closed, if it hasn't been added to the 1.4, and then you say, okay, that's done, the patch is no longer necessary, and you can remove it because it's already applied. If not, usually you just go to the module, do the issue, and download a patch someone has rewrote, so it can be applied. And if not, you can do it yourself and put it there.
So there is no an automated task to check if the patch has been applied.
Just make checks if the patch applied. If the patch doesn't apply, it throws an error. And it says, okay, you are trying to apply that patch, and
it doesn't work, and it will not be done. Anyways,
you can rerun DrupalCamp then.
Yeah. Usually, DrupalCamp it creates a backup, and if something fails during the process, it doesn't change your actual code. It only changes it once everything has been run and everything has been gone smoothly. If you are using Composer, you can use Composer lock to block the modules that are. Any other question?
How can you convince your boss to let you work to contribute fixes? Because you don't have time on a project for this.
Well, usually like, this is broken, we have a bug in our project, we need to fix it. It will take the same time to directly fix it or just put the patch. I think usually it takes the same time, even less, because if you go to the ECQ, usually there is a patch or a partial fix or something. So usually it's not really big issue. It's a bigger issue when it's like, okay, there is an issue that I have a small workaround, but I could provide a better fix somewhere. But usually it's, what I usually say is like, we are benefiting, we have some benefits from the communities, like they are giving us the source, they are giving us the project. A fix will not take that long, unless it's like a weird fix on Drupal 8, or that can be crazy. But also, it's like, okay, I haven't explained that on the slides. We go back. So when you fill up your profile and you add your organization here, the one that is put as current, you can create the organization as a node on Drupal.org, and if it uses the same name, you will appear on that page as a person working on that project. And not only that, but it will appear like this person works here and has been done that amount of patches in the last 3 months. Also, you can register that organization as a service provider, a service Drupal provider, and there is a list of service providers in Drupal.org that is sorted by the amount of contributions the company has done. So it's like, if the company provides a lot of contributions, it will appear so on the top as in the list.
The importance of the organization depends on the patches or
contributions, not only patches. So there are other kinds of
credits.
Yeah.
It's credits, and you gain credits.
You can show how to give credit to the company.
Yep, so sure. Let me try to
And
find
that
this.
credits expire
In
in 3 months, right? 3
Yeah,
months.
for example,
because
I will show you my profile. Okay, so what it says, I have like 16 people who have been mentored by me. That also appears, and it also helps getting you in the ranks. It says that I've been credited to fix 2 issues in the last 3 months. But actually, if I go to my company's page, you are actually a really small company. We are only 6 people, but you can see here 5 edit of documentations, contributor to all these projects. Here there is me. I contributed to all of these projects.
That's because you haven't credited your company.
Of course, and when you create an issue, let me show you an issue. Use, for example. So here at the bottom, when you put a comment, you can say, I am David Hernandez, I work for this company, for this organization, and this patch has been supported by this customer. And this will give credit to those companies. As my company is new, we created the company node like 2 days ago. We haven't been approved yet to be used here. But so you can say, I volunteer in my own time, or, so for example, if you are working on a project, you can put your company and the customer, or you can put just only a company. If you are fixing patches in your own time, you can, on your spare time, you can just check this one. So that's what it helps your company to appear, and it will appear on the profile of the company.
Can you show what happens if you click on not applicable?
Yep, it actually shows like a message. Oh, okay, it has been approved. Also, so now all the patches I will put it will give credit to my company. And also I have no customers, I think. So you can find customers who are on the organization page, any customer. So for example,
credits only get recited when the issue is closed, right?
yes, of course, of course. For example, I'm working for my company, but my customer is Lulabot.
Also,
It will appear there.
also you have multiple comments in the same issue, only
Gives you
takes
one.
into account the first one.
Mm.
So if you, in the first comment you mark that you are working for Front ID, and in the second comment you mark you are volunteering your time, it takes always the first one.
More questions? No? Okay then, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a reminder, the group picture will be at almost 2, just going down and then to the left, enter into the museum, and we will take the group picture there. And we
It said 3 on Twitter, so...
It says 3, it's 2. It says 3 in Twitter is a mistake.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, and then we will go for lunch. Lunch is not in the venue. We have to walk like 5 minutes just straight, but we will just go in a big crowd, so it will be fine. So thank you.